Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 6, I think it is, of the LCR F2 Championship. We're back here in France. It's been a bit of a while since I last uploaded videos from this series, but I've got a couple that need to be uploaded and obviously I want to keep them in order and everything like that, hence why this one is going up today. A very quiet grid for this one, but the 5 lights are coming on for the French Grand Prix and it is going to be 5 lights and away we go there. Neon Trinum doesn't get off to a particularly great getaway there. You can see we're going to get straight past him on the run down towards turn 1 there, straight up into P7 of the race, and it appears that everyone pretty much is going to try and go for the alternate strategy here. We've got Greek laggy boy John through turn 1 and 2 doing what he does best there, lagging all over the place. That might allow us to get a run around the outside of Sims as we head now down in towards turn 3. Yes, Sims bails out of that one, so we're now up yet another place here off the start. So 2 places made up already off the start of this race as we head down in towards Sector 2 there. We can certainly take that. As you can see, it's currently Dralex, Connor, LK, Melanie, John, myself, Sims, and then Neon rounding out the order at the moment as we head now on to the first part of the Mistral straight here, trying to get the slipstream on John, trying now just to avoid getting completely lagged into by John as we head down in towards the next braking zone here, down in towards this fairly quick chicane. As you can see, chuckling into the first part there, down into second gear as you head through the second. Then John rides the curbs on the exit there, but he does somehow find the traction off the corner, so he is going to get a little bit of a margin over here. But you can see the French Grand Prix circuit, though, I think is a bit unfairly hated in terms of a pure driving experience. I personally do find this track quite good fun to race around. It doesn't work particularly well in Formula 1, I completely get that, just with the way the cars are, but personally, yeah, I do find this track really good fun to race at nonetheless. And we've seen sort of the lower Formula races, F2 and F3, actually have some quite good races around this circuit as well there. As we head towards the end, though, of lap 1, starting to get a little bit loose on the rear tyres here. Obviously, it is a 15-lap race ahead of us there, as that's a rather big lockup. That might allow Sims to get up the inside there. We're going to go side by side through the final corner there. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact between the pair of us there. We can't get the power down on the exit there, and yes, Sims is now going to move himself back up into P6 of the race there. So, you know, we still made up 1 place off the start of this race, but it was, obviously with only 8 of us, quite a lonely one, I'll be honest with you, at the end of the day. You can see already skipping on to lap 7 here. We were still fairly close to Sims. Neon was still fairly close to us as well as we head down in towards the final sector of this 7th lap of the race there. You can see everyone had basically just spread out here. It wasn't the closest race in the world, unfortunately, but luckily, you know, like I said, I've got a couple of really good races that should be dropping soon from this series. Just talking about dropping it, we're going to completely almost hit the wall there. That would have been quite a feat around Paul Ricard there. That, yeah, would have certainly been quite impressive to actually hit a wall around this circuit. But we do come back out, though, and yeah, by the end of the race, it was actually John who managed to hit a wall and in the process managed to rip a wheel off his car as well there. Through the final couple of corners we go, though. It's going to be P7. At the end of the first race, we completely drop it at the final corner there. And yeah, out down towards the finish line. P7 at the end of the first race of the day was not quite the result we had in mind, but we're still getting points on the board at the end of the day. They're last and still 6 points on the board. Things you'd love to see as well there. But yeah, anyway, obviously that meant we start P2 on the grid for the second race of the night. But unfortunately, we're starting on a set of the hard compound tyres. Everyone else is on a set of the softs. Unfortunately, yeah, I forgot that you can only use 1 set of softs in the first race. Otherwise, you get screwed ready for the second. So this might be quite an interesting race ahead of us then. It's going to be 5 lights on the grid, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go for the sprint race here. I accidentally short-shift up into second gear now. That's going to get us an even worse start than we would have already had there. Trino gets past us, LK gets past us, Connor gets past us, Mel's probably going to get past us as we head down in through turn 1 there. We do hold on to P5 off the start, so only 3 places lost off the start of the second race of the day here as we now head down in through turn 3 there. You can see really struggling to get these tyres working as best as possible there. Connor is under Neon here. I'm not too sure now he's on top of him. What's going on just up in front of us here? He's getting scooped along the circuit there. That is quite impressive between the pair of them there as we get very loose out onto the back straightaway there. We've got Dralex trying to look around the outside of us as we head down at the back straightaway there. And yeah, he is going to be able to get around us. There is Sims going to try and follow him past. We try to give him a bit of a squeeze there. Mel is down in P8 as well there as we try to get the nose back up the inside of Sims there. We're going to completely slam the door shut as we head down into the chicane. We just don't have the grip to try and fight the cars around us there. But yeah, we do move back up into P6 then of the race. We've only lost 4 places off the start of this second race, which is worryingly fairly respectable for myself at the moment. It feels more like a career mode video than anything else there, as Sims is going to try and go for a send up the inside through the final corner there. We just about get the power down a little bit earlier there. John's going to lead the way at the end of lap 1. We've got Mel just behind us now as well. He's going to slot back up into P7 of the Grand Prix. Actually, I'm into P6 there. Someone's had to dive into the pits. I'm not too sure who that is. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened there, in all honesty. I think that was Sims who's had some issues at the final corner there. So Mel is still just behind us, applying the pressure at the moment. You can see there's a big three-way battle going on just up the road there, as down in towards the Mistral straight once again there. I think, no, Sims is still over the back of us. I got no idea who's had to pit at the end of lap 1. I think actually it might have been Connor there as well. So I'm slowly but surely remembering what happened in this race. It was probably 6 weeks ago now that this one happened there. But anyway, Mello going to try and look around the outside as we head down the back straight with XC. He's going to have a look around the outside. We're going to try and keep the nose there, but he slams the door shut down in towards the chicane. Then we're going to try and get the switchback move on the exit there. Try to get the power down. You can see Mel gets a little bit loose, but nothing we could do in that situation there. Sims now going to try and look around the outside as we head down in towards turn 1. Surely he's not going to be able to mug me off like that. He's going to try and keep the nose up the inside. We're going to give him a bit of a squeeze over the curbs there, and yeah, he's not quite going to be able to make the move work this time around. So we are going to live to fight another day at the moment there, as you can see. Still just trying to hang on in there at the moment. I think, yeah, at the moment we're still doing all right. We're still just trying to hang on in there, see where we end up in this race. There is now trying to get back out onto the back straight once again. You've got to try and get as early on the power as you possibly can, and that's easier said than done on a set of the hard compound tyres here. Now Sim's going to be trying to apply the pressure as we head down the back straight. To the outside he goes. Surely he's going to just make that move work. Yes, he does, around the outside. And he's now up into P6 of the Grand Prix. We've got Connor, who's still a few seconds behind us at the moment. So with only 2 laps to go, hopefully we can try and hold on ahead of him as we head now down in towards the final lap of the Grand Prix there. We've got Connor now all over the back of us. Can we potentially hold on for another 7th place here? We've still got Connor trying to apply the pressure. He's got much fresher tyres, much quicker tyres as well here. Is he going to be able to try and have a look? We're going to go defensive down in towards the final couple of corners there. We're going to completely park in front of him there. Connor might try and go for the switchback here through the final chicane. We try and park it on the apex, but Connor does get the switchback move there and down towards the finish line. It's going to be P7 and P8 at the end of the day there. 10 points on the board from this round of the F2 series. They're not quite the races we would have wanted at the end of the day there, but still good fun when all is said and done at the end of that one there. 2, yeah, interesting races, I think it's safe to say, in the end. John, the lag master himself, does take home the sprint race victory as well, though, so a good race by him at the end of the day there. Dralex pulls out some big points, I think, on Connor in the Drivers' Championship as well. There is still a good battle going on between those two at the moment, though. But yeah, having a look at our XP, we're almost ranked 50 on F1 2019. Can you believe it there? But yeah, John does take home the race victory. Dralex fastest lap ahead of LK, Mel, Neon, Sims, Connor, and myself at the end of the day. Like I said, I wanted to get these videos up before, you know, we got a couple of really good races at Germany and Hungary there, but I only thought it was fair to upload this race nonetheless there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, do get yourself subscribed for more LCR F2 action. We will be back next time out, I think, at Germany.